This question comes from Max, who asks, what if every volcano on Earth erupted, but instead of molten rock, they spewed plasma?
Max, brace yourself, because things are about to get hotter than a solar flare at a barbecue. We're talking lava that isn't just red hot, it's fully ionized, electrically charged, glowing like a miniature star. Basically, the Earth becomes a living neon sign, but with much worse consequences. First, let's imagine what plasma lava would look like. Ordinary lava flows around 1300 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt cars and forests.
Plasma, on the other hand, starts at thousands to millions of degrees. It's not just hot. It's a soup of electrons and ions that conducts electricity, emits ultraviolet light, and can generate magnetic fields.
If even a single volcano did this, you'd see lightning bolts forming spontaneously around the eruption. Now imagine every volcano on Earth joining the party. Max, the skies would look like a sci-fi disaster movie 24/7.
Energy-wise, this is ridiculous. The total thermal energy released by all active volcanoes on Earth is estimated at around 10 to the 13th watts, tiny compared to the sun.
Plasma eruptions? We're now talking energy outputs comparable to nuclear explosions every few minutes across hundreds of sites simultaneously. Your morning coffee would be the least of your worries, Max, unless you like your breakfast cooked in gamma rays.
Now, consider the atmosphere. Plasma is extremely hot, and when it interacts with air, it ionizes the surrounding gases. That means the air itself becomes electrically conductive, creating massive global lightning storms.
Every thunderstorm you've ever seen would be a quaint joke compared to the continuous electric chaos erupting from the volcanoes. Birds, planes, satellites. Max, forget GPS. Even your Wi-Fi wouldn't survive this.
Volcanic plasma flows also carry incredible kinetic energy. Ordinary lava destroys everything in its path, but plasma would literally vaporize forests, cities, and mountains. And it wouldn't just melt things, it would atomize them, breaking chemical bonds instantly. Rivers would boil, oceans would partially evaporate, and glaciers would vanish faster than you can say plasma meltdown. It's safe to say the human survival rate would plummet to near zero within hours.
Let's not forget the magnetic consequences. Plasma carries electric currents, and moving charges generate magnetic fields. With hundreds of volcanoes erupting globally, the planet's geomagnetic field would be constantly disrupted.
Compasses? Useless. Migratory animals? Confused. The northern lights? Permanent, but now visible at the equator, and probably not in pretty colors anymore. Max, you'd have neon skies, but in a very terrifying way.
If we try to calculate energy dissipation, the numbers are insane. The combined heat and radiation from all plasma volcanoes could rival the sun's output in our local patch of the Earth's surface. Forget about electricity grids. They'd be instantly fried.
Cities turned into molten, glowing wastelands. Earthquakes and tsunamis would compound the disaster, triggered by magma chamber collapses that now carry plasma energy instead of simple molten rock.
On a cosmic scale, plasma volcanoes would make Earth visible from space as a glowing, dynamic orb. Satellites wouldn't last a week. The ionized atmosphere would literally fry electronics in orbit.
Communication with space probes? Forget it! Even if you managed to survive underground bunkers, Max, your view of the sky would be a constant apocalyptic light show.
Interestingly, plasma has self-organizing properties. It could form filaments, arcs, and complex structures as it erupts, so you'd have rivers of glowing electrically charged plasma snaking across continents.
It's beautiful in a don't stand too close or die kind of way. And while we humans have a long history of surviving disasters, A global plasma eruption is on a scale that no civilization could handle. Even superheroes would need a day off.
In short, Max, if every volcano erupted with plasma, the Earth would essentially become a miniature star with rivers of incandescent, electrically charged lava flowing over continents.
The combination of heat, radiation, magnetic disruption, and instantaneous vaporization of everything in its path means humanity wouldn't have a long window to worry about survival. It's a spectacular, lethal, and utterly uninhabitable version of our planet.
So, while the idea of plasma volcanoes is electrifying in imagination, Max, it's not one to try in reality. Stick with lava, molten rock, and occasional geysers. They're already plenty dramatic.
Thanks for watching, and remember, keep your science wild in your imagination, not in your backyard.